What's going on? Let's see here. Looking good. What's crack-a-lackin'? Can I have both of these up at once? No, I don't think that makes any sense. What's going on, everyone? We got some stuff happening. All right. Let's see. Any CC drops in here?
Attention, a new radar
Slightly concerning right there, southwest of Linton. Slightly more concerning right there. Moving out towards Jonesville, North Vernon. Not loving that. Let's look at that on the reflectivity. There it is right there. This may be putting down a tornado right now, heading straight towards Jonesville. I would definitely take shelter out in Jonesville. What do we got here? Not overly concerned about that. What's our latest mesoscale discussion? EF3 to, yeah, EF3 plus tornadoes possible. A tornado watch likely. Aren't we in a tornado watch already? Yes. Okay. I do want to take a look at the real-time mesoscale analysis in a second. Nothing too bad going on out here. Broad area of rotation moving over Buffalo Boulevard, just to the north of Springfield, Missouri. Overall, not too bad. Okay. Most concerning thing I saw is this bad boy right here. This is the most concerning thing that I've seen. Right there. Jonesville, Grandview Lake, Elizabethtown. You know, those areas. That's towards North Vernon. Where are we? We're in Indiana. I knew that, guys. I would take shelter. Bottom, lowest level of your home. Most interior room of your home. Get away from windows, basement, storm shelter if you can. Inflow. A little bit of a hook on the reflectivity. And we can see our couplet beginning to form. A little bit of a CC drop too. Could just be, you know, interference, radar interference, but contamination. Don't want to risk it. Let's take a look at our alerts. Radar, all radar indicated tornadoes. That's a good sign. I know I got on late today, believe me. Got a nice little tropical system pulling into land. Can you guys see where the center of this low is? It's like up here. It's like up here.
Attention, a new radar
This is a
tornado
lopsided
warning has been issued.
tilted storm. Actually beautiful outflow. If we were to just be talking about the southeastern quadrant, really the east, if we were to just be talking about the southeastern quadrant of this storm, which would be right here, I would say this is a beautiful storm that's strengthening. Look at this nice outflow. But then, yeah, the southwestern, northwestern, and northeastern quadrants. So, you know, all of these, there's nothing there. Some good rain beginning to move into southeastern, south central, southeastern Louisiana, though. So A lot of rainfall headed there. A lot more excessive, or a lot more rainfall over the next 72 hours. That's why we have 3 more days of moderate excessive rainfall risks down here in the south. Okay. Once again, Jonesville, Seymour. I mean, I'll read this off. Nashville, Indiana. Spurgeon's Corner, Yellowwood Lake, Elkinsville, Stonehead, Gnawbone, and Story. Take shelter. Jonesville, Seymour. There's the couplet. Look, the area looks a little too broad, actually, to be a tornado or to be on the ground, but it could be. It could be. Oh, nice, Patrick. Oh, what the heck? I didn't even see that one up there. Let me pull you up.
Attention, a new special weather statement has been issued.
All right. 1 second. I'm still just getting a couple things set up here. One second, everyone. Trying to find some here. Okay. Yeah, grab videos if you can. Sorry, what's going on? Brownsburg, Indiana. Here, I'll pull up, actually. I'll pull up otherwise so I can do some, I don't think they have a search feature in Am I Crazy yet? In, Weatherfront yet? Brownsburg, Indiana. Oh, so Indianapolis. Yeah, most of these strong storms are to your south right now. Will probably remain. We're going to continue to see this move west to east, easterly flow, and probably a little bit to the southeast. East-southeast. All right, let me grab a Red Bull real quick. Give me a second. And then we'll get serious. So guess what? Oh, wait. My computer's going to overheat. Lake, what's going on? Purple, what's going on? Appreciate you guys. Lake, Jasmine. Yasmin, Saint Nick. Marissa. Jasper, Indiana in Dubois. I don't know how to say it. County. Safely go to sleep. Let me see. Jasper, Indiana.
Attention, a new radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
All right, let's take a look at it. Jasper, Indiana. Yeah, I mean, with alerts on, I mean, again, there's a pretty tight corridor where most of these strong storms are gonna funnel through. If anything, it's not impossible to get a strong cell that moves through Jasper. It's a lot less likely though. Our warm boundary sitting right here. Let's take a look at our so you should be just fine. Let's take a look at our real-time mesoscale analysis actually, so we can really break this down. Where is the warm boundary? Let's see. Jeez, it's so far south. Holy smokes. I don't even need... Let's just do this. What is going on? All right, let's do...
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Let's do this. We're way down here. South of Bloomington. I'll put it right here. Look at that. Right there. What are our dew points looking like? Pretty diffuse, but it tightens up down here. Let's take a look. There's our theta E. Plenty of instability down here, temperature and dew point wise. Southern Illinois, central to southern Illinois, southern Indiana as well. Pretty weak up here. Down in the 330s, 320s. You want to be punching up towards 350 to have some significant storms. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so this makes sense. So some of these storms are going to run out of fuel as they get into potentially southeastern Indiana. Central to southern, southwestern Illinois, still looking pretty good. That is probably why I'm actually shocked that they have this mesoscale discussion talking about EF3 tornadoes in south central Ohio. I just don't see that happening. I don't see even southwestern Ohio. I don't see any of these tornadoes making it out towards Cincinnati. Get a lot of rain cooled air out there. Your dew points are dropping off a cliff out there. So your temperatures, so your theta E is down. I think these things kind of start to fall apart now, actually, where they are right here. I think they start to fall apart. All right, let's look at this right here. Once again, still not a super localized couplet, but see, a little bit broad, but there's some significant velocities in here. 74 plus hurricane force gusts pulling up on the velocity radar, headed straight for Jonesville, so I'd still take shelter. Be abundantly cautious. This thing could touch down at any second if it's not on the ground. Could be a debris field from the wind here. So that's what's going on there. Not overly concerned about these other tornado warnings. Can I switch radars here? This is a 80-mile-per-hour winds through here. I don't know. I don't think that's accurate just based on the look of this storm. I guess it's possible. Well, actually, this thing almost went tornadic. Look at that. Look at this inflow region that tried to get going. And this thing, you could actually see, this thing began to look like a tornadic cell. You could have really strong winds in here, actually. There's a ton of shear pumping into that from the south. It's possible right through Linton. I think most likely, though, that's just a little bit of radar interference or contamination. What's happening out here in Newton? Tor pause. I don't see anything. Nothing too wild down in southern Missouri.
Attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
4 radar indicated tornadoes right now. All radar indicated. Again, the one approaching North Vernon and Jonesville looks the most significant to me, but it still is struggling, I think, to get on the ground. The area of rotation is a little too broad. You should still always take shelter if you're in a tornado warning, though. Radar lies sometimes. Some tor pause. Nothing crazy. I know I missed some of the big ones earlier. I was busy, obviously, working and doing stuff. What's the most significant tornado we saw today? Can anyone tell me? while I was unable to be live covering this stuff. I posted this morning updates, and I tried to get as many posts as I could throughout the day before I had to like really lock in at work. Charleston, Illinois.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Really? Multiple reports of significant damage. Oof.
Attention, a new
Let me see.
special
Where is
marine
that?
warning
Charleston.
has been issued.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes sense. I was saying, I said in my video this morning, that I thought they might shift, or I thought they should shift our risk zone south. Didn't make sense why it was so far north. Wasn't enough warm air advection. Our dew points weren't climbing as high as they needed to. So that makes sense. That's where I would have put that moderate. After I release my video, but just pay attention to the latest. Yeah, here we go. Right after I release, move this risk zone a little bit south. We'll have to see. It always happens. Yep, and I said it always happens as soon as I release my videos. I said they should move this risk zone south. It'll happen after I release my video, and then they move the risk zone south. It should have been moved south yesterday. I don't understand. My video yesterday, I talked about it too. I said our warm boundary is like down here. Why did we have a moderate up here? Why did we have a Sig 2 tornado risk in northern Indiana at one point when we were never seeing that warm boundary get that far north? A little strange. A little bit of a strange decision. This makes sense. This has kind of been, well, I would say, yeah. I mean, and where they started up to the north makes sense. Sorry. Brandon Coppett was insanely close to it. It was wild. He was getting pelted with debris. Jeez. Was it moving quick like all of these storms have been today? Morgan, what does that mean? How fast are these storms moving today? Let's see. I'm guessing over 50 miles per hour. Let's see. 45. Move 45. That's actually a little bit slower than I thought. I mean, it's still faster. I'm used to, looking at these storms going 20 to 30 miles per hour. A lot of tornadoes out in the plains and stuff move really slow. Typically, the further north your severe weather is, the faster it moves. So that's why Texas has these tornadoes that just like literally move at like 2 miles per hour. They just crawl, right? They're on the ground for like 2 hours and they move a total of like 500 feet because lower latitudes weather moves slower. The diameter of the Earth is wider there. The width of the Earth is wider. Weather near the equator moves slower than weather up at the poles, close to the poles. It takes less time. Air moves quicker. Air moves quicker up north. Canada, some of those tornadoes, what was it, a week or two ago? Canada had some tornadoes moving at like 60 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour. You gotta run away from those you gotta chase those in a NASCAR. What's coming to me in Richmond, Kentucky, early morning hours, 5 a.m.? Is anything expecting for... Well, where is Richmond, Kentucky? Is it... Oh, no, Richmond's down here. Yeah, I knew that. I knew it. You guys should be good. I'm not expecting anything crazy. You want to take a look at the latest model? Let me double check on this tornado warning because it didn't look too significant. Still, Jonesville, stay in cover. Kind of Squire Lakes, North Vernon, get ready. It doesn't look like that thing's going to touch the ground, though. Here's the latest model, HRRR. Boom. 01Z. We'll just take a look at the future reflectivity because I'm lazy. We're not going to do a whole forecast.
New information. This special marine warning has been updated.
It really does think that this thing's going to consolidate into a QLCS and then whip through northern Kentucky at around
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
2-3 a.m. through Richmond, at around 5 or 6 a.m., but it should be pretty weak when it moves through Richmond. Maybe a little bit of a wind threat. Super early in the morning, around 5 a.m., give or take an hour. Missed all the fun stuff today. I mean, not fun stuff, but you know what I mean. A safe spot in a mobile home. Wait, is there really a safe spot in a mobile home? Yeah, no, there's not. There's not. They always say if a tornado is close to you, it's best not to get in your car and try to drive away. Unless you're in a mobile home, it's worth just getting in a car and trying to drive away.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
You know, you got a confirmed tornado headed towards you. Yeah, bathtub would be the best place. If you have one. Hope everyone's doing good. I tried to put out a lot more videos this week. It's been fun, but tiring. But there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I said it in my video earlier. Let's talk about how weird. Let's talk about how weird this spring has been. / summer. We get an absolute dud of a May, like just hardly any severe weather, no really significant tornado outbreaks. Oklahoma goes like almost 30 days without a tornado through the month of May, which has never happened in recorded history. And then June starts. This is when tornadoes... Oh, and that's while we're in an end zone neutral, which is typically more active severe weather and tornado season. So that made no sense. Then June starts. This is when we see a downtrend in severe weather. And we've seen multiple severe weather outbreaks, tornado outbreaks, or at least tornado outbreak opportunities. It's been extremely active in June when it should be downtrending severe weather. So that doesn't make any sense. Oh, and by the way, we've got a huge polar trough digging into the Ohio Valley June 17th as we're moving into summer. This is not typical. Large upper level low, large upper level low. This is, I mean, Minneapolis isn't going to get out of the 60s until, do we get out tomorrow? We might not get out of the 60s until Friday. Late. 1 p.m. And we're barely reaching the 70s. It's been cool here. We had a wind chill of 48 a couple nights ago in the middle of June. So this doesn't make any sense. And our temperatures are going to continue to be average or slightly below average for a lot of people in the center, Ohio Valley and out east throughout the month of June. So winter troughs in June, no tornado, no severe weather in what should be a very active Enzo neutral in May. And then as we transition into an El Nino, we randomly get an early season tropical storm that puts 4 to 5 days of moderate excessive rainfall risks across the South. So, and now the Euro has this system strengthening over the Southeast because our winter jet stream from the north, our winter trough, is going to begin to fan out the upper levels of the atmosphere over our low pressure system, over Tropical Storm Arthur, and cause a bunch of divergence. And so we're going to have a deepening low over Georgia. Bunch of weird stuff's happening. I don't mind it. It's fun. It's just weird. Oh, and you know, of course, we're entering a super El Nino, so it's all gonna get crazier. We'll barely make it to 80 for my birthday. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to like, you know, I wasn't actually up. I don't know how Minneapolis was last summer. Because I moved here in fall. But I was in Philly last summer, and oh my gosh, we were on fire in May and June. What's going on, Bo? Morgan. Vidalia, Ohio. You guys should be looking pretty good. Let's check that out. You guys are looking pretty good. I'm not overly concerned about super significant severe weather through that region. Keep your alerts on tonight, but I think you guys are going to be just fine. Just fine, yep. Where are you? Right up here? I'm probably saying that. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Oh, there's one in Illinois, too. Oh, yeah, you're just to the north of Dayton. Right outside this mesoscale discussion and just above the tornado watch. And you're getting washed out, too, so there's not going to be a lot of instability in the atmosphere there. You guys should be good. Oh, I said it right. Nice. Is Atlanta actually going to get 13 inches of rain? Let's take a look at the latest national blend. Why don't we? Total QPF. Quantitative precipitation. Nah, MBM doesn't think so. 1.4. Let's look at the latest HRRR. We'll go to the 00Z. Total QPF has the bulk of the rain. Look at southwestern Georgia. We're looking at big totals, but not up there in Atlanta. Look at this. Poplarville, 21 inches of rain. I don't know. Is the HRRR tripping? Poplarville, you think you guys... What is this? Do I have anyone in southern Alabama? Southeastern Louisiana? 21 inches of rain? I hope not. 22 inches of rain?
A new special marine warning has been issued.
That would be very, very bad. That'd be very, very bad. What is does the Rufus agree? Holy smokes. 30 inches of rain? Let's hope that's wrong. That'd be a bad situation. Very bad. I don't think we're going to get 30 inches of rain. I think someone locally is going to get 15 plus inches of rain, though, down there. Yeah.
Attention,
it's super weird. It's going to be really weird how the storm moves in. But, you know, taking a look at it, I mean, this is a... Let me actually get this back here. Okay. You can see the rainfall beginning to move in here, southern Louisiana. Let me get these off of each other. I shouldn't have to. Okay, there we go. A good amount of convection out here, again, in the southeastern quadrant. A ton of lightning. Some good cloud tops out here as well. So, here, let's just take a look at just the satellite right now. Let's look at a couple different things. Let's take a look at... I like our sandwich. It's good for seeing that infrared at night.
New
All right.
This special marine warning has been updated.
Upper level water vapor. This is where the real high cloud tops are. We're starting to get some strong, towering thunderstorms. Still well off to the southeast of where the center of this is. The center of the low is up here. This is the center of the storm, by the way. That is literally the center of the storm. Right there. So, extremely lopsided, but still a lot of convection and lightning. You see a lot of lightning. It's still trying to get itself together, trying to wrap up. Look at this look at this dry air that got sucked in, though. That's just... Yeah, this is not going to wrap around. Look at all of this dry air, especially in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. Too much dry air. But what this dry air is going to do is it's going to compress a lot of this moisture into a very skinny corridor, and that's why we're seeing like the Rufus showing crazy things like 30 inches of rainfall potential in some areas. And it is beginning to try and it's trying to get some of that moisture wrapped back up here. And if that happens, the further this moisture gets wrapped back in, the further north a lot of this moisture will make it as well. It could affect Atlanta's totals. As this system from the north moves down too, this is going to help clear out some of the dry air. All right. We'll keep an eye on this. Appreciate everyone who's over on YouTube. I mean, and TikTok. I just, it's hard to get concurrent viewers on YouTube, so trying to grow it. Appreciate you guys being in the stream, hanging out. Brandon, yours is next week. Ooh, exciting. Birthday's coming up. I've got to get you guys some Connor's Climate Corner stuff. How's Vanceburg, Kentucky looking? It's near Maysville. I'm zooming in. Oh, I see you. Right out to the east. Yeah, you're looking good. You see all these heavy rain showers right here. If this doesn't magically disappear, you're going to get a lot of rain-cooled air. And I don't think any of these strong supercells are going to push through your region. If you get heavy downpours out ahead of this stuff, yeah, your air's cooling too much. Because now you have a mixture of nighttime cooling. Some of this is still working out here because of the daytime heating, but now that the sun's down, heavy downpours, man, you're losing your instability. Like I said, as these storms get to the south into southeastern Indiana, I expect them to fall apart, and you can see all our tornado warnings kind of disappeared. Now we have one radar indicated tornado warning, and that one's about to fall apart as well. So turning into severe thunderstorm warnings. There's just not that much. I wouldn't even have these tornado watches out here, if I'm being honest. Southwestern Ohio, northeastern, north central Kentucky potentially. But I can see the argument for them. YouTube crew. It's incredibly windy in that last tour region. I wonder if we, I feel like the real-time mesoscale analysis never does winds right. Let me see what the meters show. That would be more accurate. Let's see. Meters. There we go. Let's look at some wind gusts. Here we go. 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts just to the north of Dayton. What do we got out here? Strong corridor of winds right through here. Not too bad. I mean, 20 to 30 miles per hour down here in the south as well. Nothing crazy out here, though. Let's see what our sustained is. Some of these areas are sustaining 20 plus. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, look how cool we're getting out here. I mean, Maysville's still pretty warm, but you're still, this is the warm boundary. So Maysville, yeah, I mean, Maysville out to Vanceburg, you're still in the warm sector. So I guess there's a possibility if this drops down, you could get a strong storm, but this rain that's about to move over is going to begin cooling. It's going to begin what we call dynamic cooling. Dynamic cooling. Rainfall is going to cool the atmosphere. And with it will go your instability. It's about 78 degrees where I am in Jackson, Ohio. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, you're kind of right on the border of the warm boundary there. Expectations for Panhandle of Florida with this thing. Let's take a look. Well, here's our system. Let's do this. Let's break it down. First off, outlook. See, that's literally where your storm is. I feel like they just it barely got to tropical storm strength. I feel like they just wanted to put Arthur on the map. There's our day 1 rainfall. So Panhandle, really once you get out towards, yeah, I mean past Panama City, Fort Walton Beach, out to Pensacola, you get into that slight. Tomorrow, moderate risk and slight risk for the majority of the Panhandle of Florida, and then you're still involved on Friday. So, I mean, you have the chance for excessive rainfall 4 straight days in the Panhandle of Florida, but Thursday and Friday look pretty significant.
Attention, a new tornadic severe thunderstorm warning.
Once again, we'll just take a look at the latest, well, the OOZH-RRR total quantitative precipitation.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
There's going to be isolated areas in the Panhandle that receive 10 plus inches of rainfall, possibly. Right now, it looks like it's going to be, you know, out here. Pensacola to Panama City, but obviously Tally. There's some areas in here. HRRR is indicating 6, 7 plus inches of precipitation. So, yeah, you could have some. I would also say tomorrow, we're gonna probably be. Do we have a tornado risk zone out here tomorrow? I'd assume we do. I'd assume we do. Yes, we do. There it is. There's gonna be outer bands, kind of, that are digging through here, and we actually could get a deepening low. Like I said, that trough to the north is going to help to fan out and help with a lot of our divergence in the upper atmosphere above our tropical low as it moves across the southeast. And as your upper atmosphere diverges, you have strong updrafts beneath it. The air at the surface is able to rise more rapidly. You get a lot more warm air and moisture rising up into the atmosphere. And you're going to have your nice shear from your rotating low. Moving into some potentially northwesterly flow off the 500 millibar jet trough to the north. So some spin ups down here are definitely possible. They may even do a 5% out here. I'm not lying. They may do a 5%er. Sig 1? Maybe. Look at this. HRRR. Severe weather. Reflectivity. Let's see what the HRRR is going to be wimpy with this, but we'll take a look at it anyways. Here we go. See this line here? You could definitely get a lot of vorticity along this. So we're talking early afternoon through the evening. We could get, I'd expect at least water spouts. Some good water spouts off the coast here, and you'll probably get some crashing into land, but there'll be some spin ups here. EF0, EF1. Likely, it's not very likely you're going to get a strong EF2 significant tornado with this, but I'd say property damage and stuff like that is possible with these. And you could get some up here through Georgia as well. I'm sure the Rufus is being a lot more aggressive. Let's look at it for fun. Let's look at the Rufus is just like supercells for everyone. You get a supercell. You get a supercell. Yep. That would be kind of a dangerous looking MCS for the Panhandle of Florida there if the Rufus is correct, but I don't suspect it is. And that severe threat would actually last all the way into Friday morning, according to the Rufus in the Panhandle of Florida. Man, the Rufus is aggressive with this. What is it deepening this to? Hold up. Drops it down to a 994 low as it moves into Alabama. Yep, right there. Yeah, there's going to be some tornadoes along this line here. Southern Mississippi, southeastern, southern Alabama, Panhandle, Florida, central, southern, southeastern, southwestern Georgia. Tomorrow. Yeah. All right, let me get back and answer some more questions. Oh, did they take the mesoscale analysis or the mesoscale discussion off of this area?
This flash flood warning has
Interesting.
been updated.
Statements, discussions. They did. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully we get snow accumulation. What did I miss? Oh, when I was talking about all that stuff. Yeah, sorry. I'm so far behind. El Nino for winter? Yes. Yes. More chances for snow in the south. Yes, especially with the strong El Nino. You get just a lot more cool air that sticks around. Again, that dynamic cooling with all of that moisture. And then when you do get a little bit of a dip in the jet stream, there's a ton of moisture available. It doesn't take as much cooling to get to freezing. You get flow state. What the heck is that? That's cool. Appreciate that. Balu. Okay, I can't say the name, but I appreciate that. Balubaka? I appreciate that. I probably said that wrong. But yeah. So here's how I look at it. Super El Nino, a lot higher frequency snow in the south for the southern regions. Areas that don't always see it every year, right? Like your areas down here that want snow that don't always get it. Typically you have a lot more chances to see snow. But your biggest storms, like big nor'easter that'll dig through the southeast and drop a foot of snow, those typically happen in La Nina years. You don't have frequency of snow in La Nina years. You need a really, really nice setup. You know what I'm saying? What is the system that's over Sister Bay, Wisconsin right now going to do other than just rain? Probably just that. Let's see. Sister Bay, Wisconsin. Yeah. Yeah, you're way too cool up here for anything other than rain. You're too cool. In mid to low 50s. Just some rainfall, but it's moving out. Yeah, this thing's falling apart down here. I think there's still an opportunity for some strong storms back here. But again, there's been a lot of rainfall out ahead here, but I still think there's a little bit of an opportunity back here. Southwestern Indiana, at least. Yeah, Houston should be clearing out this weekend. Shouldn't be any issues. I'm pretty sure there was some bad flooding near the coast of Houston. What do we got here now? Tornado watch. Tornado watch. They really think we're going to get a tornado in this little blob. It's possible. Tornado watch, yes. Southeastern Louisiana and southern Mississippi now. 40% chance. 20% chance for an EF2+. So this is a SIG 1. Tornado watch, you could call it. For southeastern Louisiana. And southern Mississippi. There you go. No, I'm just drinking a yellow Red Bull. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I've got a lot of Red Bull. My cousin works for them, and I get sent like 150 a month. I gotta restock my fridge, actually. Ohio's not looking bad. All of this rainfall out ahead of this is gonna wash us out. We're probably gonna get I think we might even get this tornado watch dropped in southwestern Ohio. I think we might get this tornado watch dropped in southwestern Ohio. Well, like I said, lots of dynamic cooling happening down here. Atmosphere's cooling, instabilities falling apart. I'm not too worried about really anything else tonight, if I'm being honest. No mesoscale discussions back here anymore in Missouri. Tornado watch down here. What I'm worried about tonight is flooding and some spin-ups down in this region. But other than that, Other than that, not too worried about anything. Let me actually... Are they extending this tornado watch? What is going on? It's being changed as we speak. Let me do this. While that's up, let me pull up a model on another screen. I want to do a little bit of forecasting with you guys because some interesting stuff. I heard some people talking online about possible another severe weather outbreak next week, and I haven't had too much time to look into it, but I'll look into it right now.
Attention, a new tornado watch has been issued.
Why did that? No, that's not the screen I wanted to do it on. Keep this here, please.
Attention, a new tornado watch has been issued.
A new tornado watch? Oh, yeah, the south. Down there. Louisiana, Mississippi, southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi. All right, this is what I want to do. Let's do this. What are people talking about for next week? What are they talking about? Let's unlock these. There we go. We'll keep this right one on the severe weather. See if anything significant happens. All right. Let's see.
Attention, a new tornado watch has been issued.
Let's look. All right. What day are we? Saturday?
Attention, a new tornado watch has been issued.
Shortwave trough. I wouldn't call this really ejecting. I'd call this running into our northern jet.
This severe thunderstorm warning has
Okay.
been updated.
Sunday. Saturday night into Sunday. Definitely some interesting things happening across the plains and Midwest. Once again, same area. Holy smokes. And then that begins to lift. We'll probably be watching this area on Sunday. Ohio, PA, West Virginia, portions of New York. Saturday, it looks like we'll probably be watching. Well, Friday, we could be watching the plains. Saturday, could be watching portions of the Ohio Valley into Ohio here. Sunday, we're probably looking at this region. I don't see like any sort of crazy outbreak though. What's happening down here on Monday? Let's look at the 850. Ooh. So yeah, there's Saturday. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this whole region here, Saturday to Monday, could have some severe weather. Do we have... What's our outlook? Let's see. Saturday. Okay, they do have that there Saturday. That makes perfect sense to me. Sunday, we're probably going to be out here. No, Sunday... I think Saturday is going to shift, and Sunday is going to be much further out. According to the GFS, at least. Because this would be... No, Saturday makes sense. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday could be through here. What's our 500? Sorry, I'm just thinking to myself. But your 500 jet's up here. Your organization is up here. Your trough is to the south. Your low-level jet. I don't know. That timing looks off there. Saturday's probably good. Saturday looks like the most significant day over the next week. This region here. We'll see if that transitions out east. We'll see.
Attention, a new tornadic severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
But look at this continuous like winter trough. I don't understand.
Special weather statement has been issued.
This guys, this just doesn't happen this time of year. This is why we're look at this. Cool air, cool air, cool air, cool air. Why is our polar jet sitting down here? Go back up. Go back north. There, then it starts to lift. This is what we should be looking at here. And then we should have a low dig down. Although it's summertime, we really should just see our jet sitting up in Canada. Very weird. What a weird setup. What a weird month. CPC is just gonna continue to show below average air out here until this pattern flips, which it looks like it may as we get into the beginning of July. Just in time for July 4th, maybe we'll actually heat back up across the entire country. It's cold here in Canada. Send sweaters. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. We have the way our troughing is set up. This is something that's super common to see over winter. It's not common. It's also somewhat common to see over spring. It is not common to see transitioning into mid to late June, going into summer. Not at all. I can't remember the last time we had this type of pattern this late. Yeah, I like it raining in June. It doesn't feel like rotten in the oven. Yeah. For people in the South, or for people in the Ohio Valley, or anyone in the plains that's had some of this cool down, you're like, please let this cool down last as long as it can, because you know inevitably we're going to hit like, or whether it be early July or like that's second or third week in July, and it is just going to turn into a steam room for 4 months. Delay the sweltering heat as much as possible.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning
But it's weird because in Minneapolis, we can't even like sit on the lake or anything. It's too cold to go on the boat. It's in the 60s up here. I mean, I don't have a boat, but if I did, I probably wouldn't be going on it. The 60s and mid 60s and windy. Why is the mesoscale so far east? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. What's going to happen out here? Apparently EF3 tornadoes. Okay, EF3. Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna drop this mesoscale. They're gonna drop the watches too, likely in Ohio. I'm not gonna. Well, I think they're going to. Yeah, low 50 this morning in Ohio. Yeah, crazy.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated. New information.
Wow, Georgia Lakes hasn't even flipped yet due to low temps. Crazy. Even seeing average temperatures for an extended period of time going into summer is weird, because feels like for like the last 10 summers straight, we've just had above average temperatures for much of the country during this transition period. You know, I mean, I was living in Charlotte for a while, early 2000s, and it was all early 2020s, and it was always above average. We had a lot of hot days. So what's the outlook for a tornado in northeastern Kentucky? It's possible, not very likely. I'm not too concerned. Again, we'll use the special phrase, dynamic cooling happening here. Your sun went down, so your surface is cooling, and on top of that, you have a lot of rainfall, tons and tons of rainfall, which is helping to cool it even more. And if you don't have heat, moisture is going to struggle to rapidly rise and build in these storms. So, it's gonna stifle your updrafts. So your instability is dropping out here rapidly. I'm not really concerned about much more. I mean, maybe flooding in this region, but that's about it. Do you know why the polar jet keeps dipping? I've been trying to think about that. It's very La Nina-esque as well, which is weird. We're moving into an El Nino, so our tropical subtropical jet should be strengthening, which it is. Subtropical jet's been subtropical jetting a little more than normal, but I don't know. I want to take some time this weekend and figure out why we've had such a strange. I might make a video on it. I've been saying I love making forecast videos, but the day after the forecast video, like, no one's going to watch my forecast video for today, like, ever again after today. Those videos just become useless. I need to do some more interesting stuff videos, and maybe I'll
Attention, a new tornadic severe thunderstorm.
dive into the weirdness of this severe season and this weird winter trough and figure out what's going on, because yeah, crazy below average severe season in an enzo neutral, which makes no sense. Below average temperatures everywhere. A ton of severe weather in the Midwest in June. It's just weird. Yeah, I want to. I haven't really, I don't take a look at what's going on up in the Arctic very much as we get into late spring, because you're that stuff kind of becomes irrelevant. You don't have a stratospheric polar vortex over the summer to worry about. Tropospheric polar vortex to worry about. It collapses, and then as we freeze again over winter, it strengthens. But maybe our tropospheric polar vortex had a little bit of energy left, and that's what has caused that polar jet to dig later into the season. I haven't looked at that at all, but I have a feeling it has something to do with that. Maybe there's a little bit more ice coverage up north. Do you think this will continue into July? I keep thinking that this pattern is going to change, and then I keep looking out at the globals, and I don't. And it looks like it could remain cool, like average to below average for a lot of the country in the beginning of July as well. I mean, we just looked at the GFS, and so here's the latest GFS, and you take a look.
Attention,
this is a continuous cool pattern, right? This is, we'll call it cold, hot, and very winter-like jet stream. And then you finally get, this would be a big high pressure moving in to the plains and Ohio Valley. This would be a big warm-up here. Big warm-up that we're used to this time of year. But again, not... Our jet stream's still a little bit far south. And I think there's another chance for this to reload and drop back into that pattern again. You get this trough digging. So, I don't know. It's weird. Look how long this northwesterly flow is at our 500 millibar jet. Just keeps flowing from the northwest. That is a winter pattern. That is not a summer pattern. My mind is boggled. Some models suggest Huntington, West Virginia area getting hit hard at 5:30 a.m. and later. What? I mean, you guys could get a ton of rainfall. I'm not really expecting anything severe down there. We'll take a look at the latest HRRR. We'll just go to the updraft helicity. Yeah, I mean, a nice line of storms could move through Huntington around 5, give or take an hour. I mean, this would be 6 a.m. because it'd be Eastern. But probably not severe. Maybe some gusts approaching 50, 60 miles per hour. Tiny little pea hail. I don't expect anything too bad though for you guys. So, you said that means more severe weather. It could mean, if... Oh my God, my live shut off. I guess I'll just go live again. Sorry guys, on YouTube, my TikTok live shut down. For some reason, I'm going to reopen it. Well, I know why, because it just always does this stuff. Go live again on TikTok. There you go. GFS has been playing musical hurricanes in the Pacific. Wait, I gotta see that. Let me see. Where's my GFS? Oh, yeah, look at
New
that.
information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Tropical system headed for SoCal? Yeah, I mean, it had one earlier, too. It had one the other day out here in the Central Pacific. Z strengthens that thing to like a Cat 5. Yeah, and then produces another hurricane right behind it. Sorry, guys, on TikTok. I don't know what happened. Other than TikTok constantly throwing me off stream for no reason. Yep. It just shut me off. TikTok just shut me off. It said, screw your stream.
Weather statement has been issued.
Yeah. Fun. All right, we're back. I mean, I'm not going to be streaming for that much longer. Will I put out a video tomorrow? Not much happening tomorrow. You know, pretty boring.
A new tornadic severe thunderstorm.
Although people in the Mid-Atlantic love their weather. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to make a video tomorrow, aren't I? People in the Mid-Atlantic get excited about any severe weather. You guys get excited about marginals. So, I might have to. Ooh, 2% tornado risk. Look at that. New England. Maybe I'll sneak in a quick video tomorrow morning. Maybe. Definitely going to be releasing a video Friday for sure, because this could be a spicy day. What is the dry line looking like? That's what I want to know. What is the dry line looking like on Saturday? Is the Rufus loading out to the Saturday or loading out to Saturday? Let's see. 00Z is loading. Let's look at the 18Z. I don't feel like doing math in my head. It might not even be close. Okay, there it is. Oh, it is. All right. Super diffuse, but that's normal for this time of year. Okay, we have the Rufus for Saturday. Wait. Hold up really quickly. Let me just break this down real quick. Model temperatures. Model. Is this on the H? Why is that on the HRRR? Hold up, guys. There we go. Same thing. So let's go Rufus 18Z. Rufus 18Z. Oh, these are going to be all in the wrong spots. That's fine. Okay. Really quickly. Here we go. Oh, actually, no. I want this. Wind. That's good. Here we go. Saturday. Okay. Weird. Straight southerly flow at the 850. Interesting jet streak right through here. Ooh. What is happening right here? Ooh. We could get a few strong tornadoes out here pushing east. I wonder if this is going to be a Omaha, Kearney, Lincoln, Grand Island, Beatrice. I wonder if you guys are going to have to pay attention to this. Right now, it does look more like the empty region. Northwestern Kansas, southwestern Nebraska, northeastern Colorado, or the less populated region. There's going to be... this is going to go enhanced for sure. This is going to go enhanced out here. It'll be interesting to see if it shifts any further east towards, you know, bigger populations or down to the southeast. But this will go enhanced. It will. Mark my words. Appreciate that, John. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you know, I'm always switching stuff up, trying to make stuff look better, trying to make the layout nicer. So there's gonna be some updates coming to my all this stuff you see around the screen too. I'm working on some stuff. What's Thompson, Ohio going to be tonight? I'm not worried about really. The only major concern I have with Ohio tonight is some flooding concerns central to southern Ohio. Again, our instability is dropping off a cliff in Ohio, so I'm not really worried about anything too strong, supercell, any really crazy strong thunderstorms out there anymore. Just a lot of rainfall. Big washout. Yeah, same with Lexington. You guys should be good. Our instability's disappearing out here. Too much rain. Sun went down. We don't have a strong... most of our strong low-level jet shears up to the north, so we don't have a strong... same, and because this isn't a typical spring mid-level jet, or jets up here, we don't have a good moisture or heat transfer to the south to sustain instability as the sun goes down. So our moisture transports from the north, so dew points are going to fall off, and then our heat transfer LLJs from the south, but that's up here. The strongest shear is up here, so that's why our warm boundary struggled to lift today. And that's why our dews are collapsing as well. Oh, I didn't get rid of the intro. Guys, I still have the intro. Do you want to see it? I see. I don't do that when I'm like covering severe weather. There's not much severe weather going on anymore, though. I'll get back to those streams. Ready? I still got it. Take it to the bank, cash it. I'm always right. I've never been wrong about anything my entire life. Everything I've ever said has come true. That's pretty much true, yeah.
A lot at the moon.
My wife would disagree.
They look at the moon for our winter forecast. We've had 4 or 5 wiener risk zones this week.
1 week.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Daddy needs some coffee.
Bob donated $1,000 and says, Connor, you are the best weatherman, and you're very tall, smart, and handsome.
Oh, stop it, Bob. We've still got it. What did you say? Tall, smart, and handsome? Yeah, I guess that's how I define myself. And humble. He forgot that. Very tall, smart, athletic, and humble. And handsome. Absolute cinema. All right, listen. I know the mid-Atlantic crazies are going to get on me if I don't post an update tomorrow, because, again, my mid-Atlantic people love their weather. And so I should probably go to bed, because I'm trying to go to the gym and post a video tomorrow before... Both of those things before 9 a.m. I've got an interesting little thing happening behind the scenes with we'll say, weather app. Mods, don't say anything. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You guys might figure out soon. Okay. Everyone have a great night. And what's tomorrow? Thursday? We'll see what happens. I might get back on the stream tomorrow, but I am going to try to just put out a little update video in the morning. Fun stuff. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate any of the follow subs, just being in here, hanging out, helping the algorithm. You guys are awesome. Thank you, everyone. Love you, much.